Thanks for joining us. If you enjoy our adventure, be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out a lot and we really appreciate all of your support. In today's video, we took a drive a few hours outside of central New York to visit a city that had a lot of promising abandoned properties. This was our original point of interest, a large building possibly once used for some type of manufacturing. We never actually found out. We struggled to find access to the building as it had been recently boarded up, possibly due to a fire or some type of vandalism. We actually only found one area that we could access the building, but it was far too dangerous to enter. As you can see here, the floors are collapsed, rotted, and a lot of the masonry work was coming apart as well. We decided it wasn't worth the risk. One, the building was in poor shape. Two, entering the building would involve breaking and entering. Some could easily ask why we couldn't just pry open a door or remove one of the boards to enter our original destination. First off, trespassing is illegal and dangerous. As harmless as it may seem, you're still entering a property that belongs to somebody without permission, no matter what your intent might be. It was an easy choice for us to make, to just leave and hopefully find another building we could gain access to. Here we find an old supermarket or strip mall. It was located in a busy intersection, so it was actually a little awkward going inside. We made it very obvious that we were filming, with the hopes that people who saw us would just assume that we were supposed to be there. The front door of the building had been smashed in by vandals, so there was no resistance getting inside. Only a block away, we find this building. So while we explore what remains of this linseed oil plant, I figured this would be a good opportunity to talk about urban exploration, morality, and legality. In the state we're currently in, trespassing is a violation and not a crime. So while we don't aim to get caught, we don't necessarily fear police or security. In most cases, we would be asked to leave, and worst case scenario, we would get a fine, especially considering we don't carry tools, weapons, or anything to vandalize the building. For us here with Syrbex, we like to approach urban exploration with a sense of morality. I once heard the saying, "Take nothing but photos and leave nothing but footprints," and that stuck with me. We're well aware that our presence here is illegal. We aim merely to document the condition of the building and whatever we find in them, not to disturb what we find or destroy anything. In the case of the building that we're exploring today, entry was easy. Several walls were collapsed, and we even found a door that was completely unlocked and open, directly off the main road. Even with its many entry points, the building actually doesn't have a lot of graffiti. We definitely don't condone graffiti, but at the same time, we do appreciate the art when it's well done. This was an odd find, what seemed to be a small library or bookshelf located inside of a factory. We did dust some of the books off to have a look at them, but we returned them to where we found them for future explorers to enjoy. I'm sure nearly everyone interested in URBEX has seen photos or videos of places that have been staged. Objects, furniture, pictures, all arranged to create a scene that is artificially beautiful. From an artist or a photographer's perspective, I completely understand, but leaving it sets up an unreal expectation for new explorers, and in my opinion, it tarnishes the authenticity of exploring an abandoned space, especially for future explorers. If you've ever spent time exploring abandoned places, you know full well how rare it is to find a building or house that's been completely untouched. While it does happen, most explorers aren't going to walk into a building and find a bedroom with a perfectly made bed, or a warehouse that looked like its workers had just left, never to return again. This is what we typically find: a building in disrepair and various stages of decay. Oftentimes, the things that we find are materials that no longer have a monetary value, or trash that's been dumped or left behind. As these places age, you can see nature start to reclaim these man-made structures, which is beautiful in its own right. Urban exploration offers a simultaneous look into the past and the future. A glimpse of history along with a sobering reminder that nothing lasts forever. We're also faced with another interesting fact. Urban explorers need vandals. Oftentimes, in order to explore a building that's been locked up or sealed, we rely on outlaws. The difference between trespassing and breaking and entering is night and day. One can offer a felony charge, the other one, a simple warning. It's an odd feeling being against breaking and entering, while at the same time hoping somebody had, so you have a clear path to your destination. As the case with the first building we visited, nobody had cleared that path, so our adventure stopped there. Here we see a portion of the building where the roof is beginning to collapse. This brings us to an obvious point of discussion: safety. Exploring abandoned buildings is not without its hazards. Trips, falls, chemicals, dust, and asbestos all present their own dangers. Wearing proper clothing, protective equipment, and being cautious of your surroundings can help keep you safe from those. Staying clear of people is another thing. It's best to avoid people when at all possible. Yes, you may run into another explorer, but more than likely it's someone who's homeless or possibly even on drugs. So staying quiet and cautious is always advised. It's no secret that some urban explorers are also thrill seekers, climbing old structures and balancing from dangerous heights and positions. You take your life into your own hands. We don't condone it, but we're not here to judge. Simply ask yourself if the possibility of serious injury or death is worth the picture or experience, and make your own decision. All things considered, Urban exploration can be a surreal experience, seeing what most people will never get to witness with their own eyes, observing what happens when humans disappear, and the way nature reclaims what man has built. It's a stark reminder that nothing lasts forever, and it may even force you to confront your own mortality. But if you're similar to us, you can see the beauty behind the veil of decay, and hopefully appreciate life in the now. If you decide to become an explorer yourself, we always ask that you be respectful of the places that you visit. Leave what you find for the next person to share these amazing experiences. And if you do intend to take photos or videos, be sure to share your experiences like we have today. There's a huge community of other urban explorers and people who are just interested in abandoned buildings. After all, the video or pictures that you share today could easily inspire somebody tomorrow. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And as always, thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next adventure.